Hello everyone, this is Fantastic Worlds from the future. Just giving a quick shout out to anybody who watched the movement live recording. There was a bug and I wasn't ignoring you. My chat was blank until I stopped the episode. I'm serious and I'm so sorry about that. So I want to make a quick note and apology if you came back to see the entire thing, that I wasn't, just being ignoring you out there. I wasn't being unkind. I just technical issue, and I think I figured out how it worked because I had to stop and then restart it, and it apparently prevented the chat from loading properly. So I'm going to double check and make sure that I have chat in the future. Okay, so anyways, without further ado, let's begin. Hello everyone, this is Fantastic Worlds, welcoming you back to Lovecraft Country and Cultist Simulator Exile DLC tips and tricks, the Chaos Run. And the Chaos Run is certainly living up to its name, because you see, last time we had a bunch of bugs, including one that eliminated my knife lore. My knife lore, which essentially made the game rather difficult. I managed to get through the last few minutes without really much of an issue, but at this point, what I did is I've learned to master the dev console. Now, the dev console is kind of tricky. You can accidentally kill your own game with it. I don't recommend dealing with it unless you absolutely have to, but we was dealing with this buggy version for some time. Now, it didn't start off buggy, as you know from the earlier episodes. The bugs were reintroduced, or introduced perhaps, by their developer, who seems to be trying to fix a game that wasn't broken with the predictable result. So, last time we had my level 6 edgelord disappear between cities. So, what I have done is I have managed to add the card back into the game. It starts at the beginning. So I added 3 Reckoner corpses to bring it back up to level 6. That would require 2 corpses plus a 3rd corpse, which will bring it to level 8, because the last city had a shrine that I had time to visit. So we're just going to try to compensate for that. All right, so guys, come on. Guys, something tells me this game still needs a little work, or this version of the game. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to use these to increase it. Now, simultaneously, I'm going to be using my Connection Underworld to do some legal fighting because the cash is a little low. So what I'm going to do is pop in the Connection Underworld. Then I'm going to pop in Bed's Blade. BD's Blade, I don't know. But it's got 8 edge, so that will take... Whoops, no. What we do first is we put in the Stolen Year, and we start with legal fights. Now, 5 seconds from now, we will have the capacity to be able to add a card. Now, again, this is the legal fights right here. This, we're going to be normal speed for a bit, will bring us up to 8 edge, which means that we will beat the first 2 difficulty, the first 2 trials. We'll need another 4 edge to do that, but we will have that by the time that I get. Where are we, anyways? We in Marrakesh or Algiers? I think we're in Algiers right now, but the thing is, again, we're holding the old card. Now, if I do this, I can't travel, so it means that, I can't travel to either of them. So the Marrakesh one is the false card. We're going to be using the Algiers card to get our exit strategy. Again, that's another problem we're having here. I may have to kill cards at this point to be able to get what I'm looking for. Why we're doing this, by the way, before we have an exit strategy, I'm simply not going to be doing anything spectacular that might cause to get a trace. Now, you notice the first round, here we are, the Bright Edge. Now, this is an 8 edge, and we need 4 to get through it, as we see here, either 4 of that or 4 Grail. It's kind of funny that I could... Grail, I don't know what that is. Is that like erotic wrestling? Do we offer to do mud wrestling for the first round, and that really gets popular with the crowd, and let's see this through? But instead, well, first of all, you, dear Jennings, have 4 experience, and you have Maria. Now, one of the things, I can toss her in to get her 3rd experience, even though her 6th lantern adds absolutely nothing to the passing the test. Still, it's considered experience because I used her. It's one of the ways, if you have some high-level cards, like 8 Edge, for example, you can just slip in a couple of your companions. While it will exhaust them, but also give them +1 experience. 3 experience equals the next level. Well, that's one cycle without people randomly running into town to get after us, which is a good sign from my point of view. All right, so let's see what we got. All right, so next is Valletta. My old comrade in arms, Kara Kimail, is an exile in Valletta. It's been a while, but I did save his life in the Great War. Again, you'll notice that there's be a cult of that. It's also remote, but it is not a map's edge, which means that we will not have to. This isn't why it is remote, which will cost 2, by the way, if you want to notice. That we'll gain obscurity when arriving, but we will not have to end the game there, which is what happens if you go to a map's edge one. Okay, so in the meantime, Jennings let's talk to him. Potential realize, you can talk to him, and this will bring his heart up to 7, because he's got 3 experience. Now I'm hoping they get him out, you won't get him out quick enough to do another one for this fight, but, you know, it was a thing. Okay, so again, we'll speed it up. Boom. Alright, so, Fade's Lessons, that brings us up to 4. Okay, collect that. Let's start another Reckoner's Corpse. We'll put this in to get us level 6. And of course level 8. Now there's a shrine in this area. Algiers has a shrine to the Lionsmith, which I sometimes call the Lion Maker, which again will increase us to 10 if we get the opportunity. Because I'm not going to spawn more cards than I absolutely would have gotten naturally. As you can see, because we still have 8 edge, and the requires 8 edge to solve this, or 8 moth if you can use deception to win the second fight, if you really feel like it. But I just use violence. It is fighting after all. It should be expected. Now, why would you want to do the more difficult way? By adding a whole bunch of different things like Grail and Moth, and I think Forge is the next one. Because if you do it that way, you get more likely to get what's an obscurity. Now, it's great. I could use good, very good. There you go. He's got 1 experience still, so, and since he's not exhausted, I can slip him into here, give him another experience, even though he doesn't add anything to the fight. Okay, so in the meantime, let's get the next level for our lore back. Like I said, I'm only cheating to overdo the bugs here. That brought us up to where we were last time. Now again, like I said, we had a shrine that I didn't have a chance to use in the last episode. So I'm going to basically retcon that we did use that shrine. So yeah. There's that. And there's the vitality, which is awesome. We could use it to heal the wound, but I don't have one. Oh well. I wonder... The thing is, I do need to put in... Well, we will have more than enough time. When this thing comes through, there'll be a level... Still be a level 8 lore. We'll toss that in. Or, you know, I could toss in... That's the only thing I can toss in. The only thing I'll have enough edge lore to be able to finish it. Gun only has 2. Yep, there we go. There's the 8 we would have had naturally if we hadn't lost it in the bug. Toss it here. Yep. And we will be using our technique. So, yes, we're back on track. Hopefully there won't be any other major nasty surprises. And once this is through, we'll have the cash to go shopping. And we always like to go shopping. Now, I need to double check to see what else I get in Algiers that I actually want to buy. Yep, there we go. Operation Lou. Ugh. Okay, I guess even with the year absorbing all the wounds for us, it wasn't a terribly pleasant experience, even with a magic sword. Operation Loose Ends. Subtlety wasn't my priority here. May gain a trace. It's a small chance. And did we? Got good value from it here. Alright. Another freaking vitality. Because Jennings did this to us. Okay, we exhausted our underworld. We can use another year to get him back, and we have our Names the Wolf exhausted. Now, one of the things that we might want to do here is we've also got 6 cash? 6 cash. Wow. All right. So, yeah. What do we want to see in Valletta? Oh, hello. I see you're out there. Hope you're enjoying it. But, yeah, this is me trying to make up for the bugs the developer has noticed. Yeah, there have been 5 updates since the previous episode, just to let you know how crazy it's getting on the development side. But, yes, Valletta. Oh, Algiers. That's where we are. I think there's at least one thing I might want to get here. And it is... Oh, we can actually burn the place down, I think. It's troubled. Most of the places that have shrines to war are troubled. Fancy that. Okay, so official connection import license. There's not a lot here. I get another good sword, and having 2 of them is actually kind of cool. The dangerous substance is a one-shot forge item. The Blackbird Assaults for forge ingredient when used, not really worth much. And yeah, beyond that, primarily what we want to get is the tomb. We're going to keep the connection ready just in case. And of course, since we're going to hold on to the cash for now, just in case we're lucky enough to get the townhouse and we can rent Jennings out as an asylum doctor again. Obviously, we don't need to go scrounging for cash. I'm not going to be sending it out yet, quite, though. always wondered, what did they make readying? It takes a minute and a half to ready the sword. Wow, you're slow at that. Ah, we have a trace, unfortunately, already. But we have the secluded villa. I'm not spending 8 for a villa, even though it is 8 comfort, which is awesome. But there's that, and then there's that. Kind of, if we actually end up having to flee to Valletta, I'm not going to be super upset about it, simply because it's not really that much. Alright, so I could burn 8 of these, and I could, yeah, I'm not spending, yeah, technically the villa, it does help with deception, but if you're spending 8 cash for a single deception, to get a single obscurity, you're kind of missing the point of the game. It's supposed to be a bit more efficient than that. Alright, so, what do we got? Heights. Well, we can use that if we really have to, but our obscurity will probably go if we do that. Yeah, we may just stop by to have some fighting. Oh, and once we get Miria done, we can actually talk to her and get her up to 7 Lantern, which is cool. And we only need 1 more experience with Jennings to get him up to 3. We can bring him to 8 Heart. You know, it's not official connection. It means technically I could use 2 years and get rid of that trace. But again, once the trace is on the board, you're kind of doomed already. Okay, so what do we got? Another trace. Great. Made a lot of noise here. Alright, okay, 2 traces. Yeah, I might as well empty this out a bit. Your temporary stuff. There is the stuff that goes through Valletta. Stuff that will disappear. Alright, so yeah, there's the informant. The actual problems will be arriving shortly. Okay, you go here. Get me a 7 for your lantern. There's the tomb. That's what I wanted. Right here, throw in... Oh, we have to wait 60 seconds. So 56 seconds technically, but I think we can do that. Since they're already on their way, there's no reason to be discreet. Okay, there we go. Boom. Yes, the exciting game of watching circles complete. Which is, when you're at these down points and nothing major is happening. Let's see, pause. Yeah, the search will increase the number of traces and they will summon. Usually how they work. The roll connection again. Not really super useful. Okay. And 20 seconds before we can use, or 10 seconds since we're at double speed, before we can actually get our next level of lore. Now 10 edge lore is pretty good, but remember we can go to 14 plus as the Exile. There you go. Where did I put my sketchbook? Ooh. 7 Lantern. Great. She's being prolific, at least, with the horrors that we've been seeing, although compared to the usual run with, oh my god, they put cards back where you started them with, do you know how long I've waited for that to return as a feature? Having to reset all of my stuff, although I think I still have to do it when we go between cities. Alright, so we got to visit the temple, which means I gotta spend another 60 seconds here, which is at least another 2 turns through Algiers. There's the dangerous substance. Now, the dangerous substance that is the road isn't huge to get. I mean, if it was worth more than 1, of course, it'd be a decent investment, but the problem being, I don't think it is. Dangerous substance, it's also, like I said, a one-shot item. Great, I'll have a total of Adept's powder. Essentially, it's magical gunpowder. It's worth 1, has a forge 4, and is consumed when used. So yeah, not a great thing not the great thing to start with. Cash, corpse. Yeah, okay, they can be consumed. Alright, so yeah. So no, we're not going with that. We are going to see if there's anything else, however. And I am honestly considering, since we still have to be here for a little bit, sending at least 1 cache ahead of us. Just to get that out of the way. It means we won't be able to run while we're doing this, but you can work with that. I'm pretty sure the obscurity will provide enough of a force field when it comes to this sort of thing that will be able to handle it. Alright, let's see what we got. Yeah, we might need one of those connections after all. Although they've got to burn through our obscurity first to see. Cheers. Fortunately, if I had an import license, that'd be great, but I think I'm not really that interested in the import license right now. Okay, we may have to start a war over here. Assuming we can get some radicals, that would be awesome. I think I've got them, though. World connection, yeah, underworld connection. I think that's an official connection there. Radicals set the place down on fire. Why it's more fun, it also sets up a false trail, which means that we don't get additional. We burn all our traces, and we don't get an additional. But we've got 10 edge now. Excellent. Next place has a... Put that back. Put that back. Sneaky little. All right, so yeah, there we go. That's great. 10 edge, and you know how insane. If you remember our last run, you know how insane it can get when we get the full speed. All right, so putting it back to normal speed for a second, just so we have a moment here. Okay, so yes, we've sent one cache ahead to Valletta. And another sea card. Not sure why. Apparently we like hanging around the ocean. Likes long moon. I like an assassin who likes long moonlight walks by the beach. And occasionally praying to gods of war and, celebrating the victories or rispos by sacrificing them. I mean, that's what you look for in a guy, right? Alright, so since pause. Maybe not. 10 seconds. Another trace. We did the search thing, did we? Excellent. Okay. Come on. Some things have improved. I'll give him that. There's a little bit smooth transition when it comes between autosave and pausing, which, is a good thing. It was a bit of annoying for a while. Ah, there we go. He's starting to chew through my obscurity. Now the question is, do I want to stick around long enough to fight him? The answer is probably no. Alright. Dawn. Oh, for crying out loud. Now I cannot use this. Now remember, Valletta has a shrine that I want to use. I cannot use a shrine with a contentment card, and I cannot flee a place if I have a rage card, so we're just going to let this turn into, I guess, fascination. Put that there, and I'm thinking we're leaving now. It's not super useful, nothing really super useful here. We'll get another obscurity when we arrive, and I think we should be leaving now. Might as well while we've still got it. There you go. And boom. Right then. Yep. Fascination. 2-point moth influence. Probably won't use it, and it's not deadly to us as the exile. I did notice, by the way, if you haven't noticed, I still have 7 comfort from all the items, and I don't want to lose any of that, which is why we're leaving before the guy who steals stuff can steal my stuff. I mean, he's going through the obscurity, but we're not doing a fugitive run, so yeah, it's just basically a delaying tactic. However, I will keep the blade for a bit. No, I can't use the blade against. Alright, so boom. Okay, another freaking trace, really? That's where we're going with this? And now if you remember, oh yeah, I'm curious, cats follow. You add anything with lantern that you're willing to give up. Now just remember that, willing to give up, but we're gonna go to the velvet. It's for funds. Candles, all cats be gray. That's actually a that's actually an old saying about promiscuity, that essentially it doesn't matter when the lights are out, everybody looks the same. All cats are gray. In fact, I believe there was an author, Laurel K. Hamilton, who had a brothel that was called the Gray Cat. She thought it was kind of funny that meant that at least one person had some sort of literary experience in there. Who owned it, I mean. Okay, so continuing. I'm gonna get rid of the curios too. Hopefully that'll be the next one they grab. Grab this just in case so it doesn't grab it. No, that wasn't good, unfortunately. Alright, so they've gone through both their obscurity and they're looking to destroy my assets. Now I can let them randomly pick one, and that's the Misty Nook. Misty Nook, I unlock a location that's somehow easier to stumble across at night. A nondescript candle isn't jammed haphazardly into it. I have to use the travel card for that. It's a little busy right now, so we're not going to be able to do much with it, unfortunately. But in the meantime, what we want to do is grab official connection and 1 year, because I don't want to lose stuff. 10 seconds, and in 10 seconds, that will give us a connection that I will use to block that guy from attacking us. Now, since he's pretty much got a, I can pretty much guarantee killing him if I chose to once I get the official connection. Because what I'll do is grab the official connection, place it in here so he'll basically call the cops on him. At the same time, I will place the blade here, start with attacking, and use technique. Hopefully it will not destroy the blade. If it does, I will, of course, spawn another blade. I'm in that sort of mood. Could be close, actually. Maybe I shouldn't have done that, but again, if it comes to an issue, we'll take care of it. May pause the recording while I do so, and you poor bastards out there who are going live are going to have to go through it, but unfortunately, that's what you got to do in a game when the developer goes mad. Yep, one pursuer's wound, and I believe we'll be okay as we will complete the attack, and that's 2. Nope, getting there. Oh boy, it's going to be another race, isn't it? Okay, the cash is going to save our ass there. Boom, there goes the attack, and he's dead. Reckoner corpse, by the way, will be forming in a moment. Finish off my pursuer. There's another trace. Doesn't matter. We're leaving, so all traces will be lost. Boom, and I will have that corpse in just a moment. There you go. Now, the Reckoner corpse will, of course, bring us up to 8, 11, 12. Seriously, 12. Breathe, and we're gone. Yeah, it's going to take, it would, of course, the informant would start the whole process over again, but we're already on our way out, and they won't find anything except the obituary. And boom. But we did come in with a suitcase full of cash, which is a good thing. I wonder if Misty Nook will dissolve. Boom, there it goes, and we have arrived. En route. Through the darkness into a new day. I've gone far enough, the reckoners will have to look harder than usual, unless they're already here. Well, you know, sometimes they do stumble upon us. 55 years left. So we've gone through 22 years in relatively short order, actually. Kinmel is waiting for me in the Quasar to do what he can. He assures me I have the governor's ear. You know, the British, very reliable, though not so bright. I'm not going to argue that the British colonialists in 1925. They are, however, extremely xenophobic. Alright, so we have possible connections with a ruler. Okay, so that cost us a decade, and it does do a lot for us. We can actually, you know, reuse it for obscurity and such. If you really want a quick law win for a fugitive, you can basically burn all 7 of your decades of one of this thing, and then use that, if you have the correct cards, use what's called patronage. It's basically, you suck up to him for money and obscurity. I mean, if you have absolutely no dignity, that is one option you could take. But at the moment, we have moved to Valletta, and Algiers is still on the damn board again. Alright, so, wait. God, so now we can go to both places, I guess. But first of all, let's get our cash back from preparations. That'll bring us back to 4. Oh, God, so now what? Now I gotta figure out whether or not I actually want to stay in Valletta. Okay, excellent. Exit Valletta. Alright. Got the shrine, we want that. We don't have to have it, but we want that. Secluded Villa, Dawn, Sea. Nope, not a lot here, actually, except for the shrine. But first things first, we have 80 seconds before I can use the Reckoner Corpse anyways. And if we're very careful with no traces, we can actually beat this. This is the way for him to go through, unfortunately. Okay, so yeah, there goes the fascination. As I stop staring out the window. I think Miri has a bad influence. Yeah, let's get our discrete exit zone. Stop that. I think the update's doing some things here. See where we'll be ending up after this. Hopefully we have a destination. Cross country would really suck. Pause, thank you. Deep breath, deep breath. 22 minutes in. We've managed to accomplish a bunch of things. We got definitely upped our cash again. We lost the cash on the ticket here, though. And yeah. Oh, for crying out loud, I just realized something. I forgot to put the music back on. There we go. Come on, which wouldn't be Cultist Simulator without that music, now would it? I'm a little loud. Put it down for a bit. Alright, so yeah. Search, okay. Undiscovered, excellent. He'll be gone shortly. We just have to, you know, keep a deep breath. They may yet return one day. Okay, we'll get our exit destination out, and we will hopefully have somewhere good to go. Boom. Okay, onwards. Tyrrhenia. Before this went bad, I was negotiating a sale of life with one of President Zogu's people in Tyrrhenia. I still have her address. Ooh. Well, you know, unfinished business. Okay, Valletta. Now, you don't want to travel out. Having him here and then blowing a trace would be bad. Really bad. Okay, so, but what we can do in 2 seconds is we can start worshipping that corpse. This one, of course, was not spawned, but I produced it myself, or with the help of the cops. The only good cop is one that's assassinating someone for you. For you, I mean. Otherwise, not good. Back to fast forward, since we're essentially just waiting on circles again. And boom. Alright, so. Torment, yeah, those both go. No dropping an unwanted corpse again. So the only thing really I could really think useful here, excuse me, I told you to pause, would be for me to find an asylum and cash, because the only two items here are, fortunately, a damn powder and a pistol. We already have the pistol, you can't get two of them, even though you get two other weapons, and the powder is utterly useless. So, the only question is, do we want to stick around long enough to generate another obscurity in an attempt to get cash, because we do have enough to buy the house for the asylum. So, I don't see any reason not to do it. You don't have to rush to the next city. Plus, we also want to get that shrine. Be able to bring me up to 14 when it comes to edgelore. And then there'll be one more. Alright, so there it is. Alignment of murder. These are the arts that assure an ending. 12 out of 14. We're approaching God level. Alright, so, and let's see what opportunities arise. Alright, so, let's see. I'm going to end up getting like all of the items I want for the Chaos End, but then I don't have any C cards left. Might spawn the C. That's actually a thought. I mean, it would be technically cheating, but if I had all the items and we just exhausted it, I might just do that to show you what it looks like. Oh god, the power is going to my head. The world connection and trace, which means we are not staying here, unfortunately. Well, never know. We'll find something. Somebody saw us out walking. Ah! Get there. Get there. What do we have? There's the shrine. That's what I was hoping for. I'll bring us to 14. Colonel's Shrine. Somewhat smell of gunpowder, sometimes with snow. Alright. Snow is by the edge. Malta is the nurse of the Mediterranean. Oh, we're in Malta. Where the soldiers come to be healed, and there are those among the healers who practice the invisible arts. They keep shrines and locked rooms to their hospitals and invoke the healing hours. No one prays to the Colonel for healing, because the Colonel is eternally wounded. He's the Lord of Scars, because every time you attack him with a new form, you create a wound and a scar, but guess what? He then is immune to that form of attack. Ooh, what the... Oh, give me a second. Flipped a window here. Alright, so. Come on. Mortal Shrine. Again. This. Malta has a long history of war. It's supposedly the Order of the Hospitallers, who are the ones who were supposed to escort people to the holy city of Jerusalem in the, well, in a period of the past. God, I don't know exactly what the odds were, but what happened is that they amassed immense amount of wealth and became the center for a lot of conspiracy theories. Knights of Malta are supposedly a exclusive club bent on world domination these days. I don't know if that's true or if it's Dan Brown's kind of reality, but it's there. Teen Mysteries of Force. We have one more boost for that one, which would be quite nice, and I'll have to kill somebody to get it, which we may have an opportunity to do so really quickly. Shopping trip's just not going well. Don't need that. Question is, do we actually even want to stay for this to get worse? And I'm actually thinking no, because there's not that much we want to do. We don't want to risk losing anything. We've got enough cash for the moment. Let's go. We are heading out. Marines, we are leaving. And we'll probably be gone before they get serious. Sigh. I'll kill some. Kill you later. Ah, him again. How annoying. Just stopping by for the shrine. Valletta in Malta. There goes the obscurity, probably. Yeah, I've got so many items we'll lose the obscurity, but I don't think we'll lose anything else. Oh, there's the powder, if we really wanted it, which I do not. Like I said, if it was a value 2 item, at least it would be less space in the luggage. But as it is right now, nope, not a good thing. So we'll just keep burning through. 2 more items to go. And 3 more items counting the cash. And then I think we're gone. Yeah, he's not going to be able to grab an item. Oh, you used a search option. So you added it to the trace. Again, not really going to be useful. But that's it. No more items for them to grab. And we are gone. Come on. After sabotage. There we go. We have arrived. Pause. Alright, let's leave the favor test. Arrival! My Zoiks friend shakes my friend firmly. I can give you introduction, she says, if you have years to win his favor. Yep. We have to use, again, a decade to be able to get this. Also, this will turn to a restlessness, which is kind of cool. It's 2 of practically every type of influence. And it will become 2 edge, which of course is useful to us, or would be useful to us if we didn't already have, like, god-awful amounts. There's the dead city. Here is our exit strategy. Seconds in, and we'll know where we're heading next. So hello, anyone out there? Hope you are enjoying this. In the middle of these, we have fought the bugs of the Exile run with bugs of our own. I've been using the dev console to fix things, sort of. All right. Canada Hircon. It's a long time since I was in Crete, but I've been dreaming about it again, about the scent of hawthorn. Current location, yep, this is one of the places we need to go for a sentiment, one of the artifacts of chaos that we desperately need, so we'll be keeping that. It is, however, also remote, which means that we barely have the cash to deal with it. We also don't have a quick way of generating cash now, so yeah, my guess, as long as we're willing to be discreet about this, we should be alright. Now, what I need to do is figure out Tarena. We got to figure out what and what. Yeah, not much here. Profane weapon plus, you know, the usual real estate. If we have the option, we can do the asylum run again. Just as long as we're careful about it. All right, so quiet warehouse. Now that would be useful if it could be used for medical, but it can't. It can only be used for smuggling, revolutionary work, stuff like that. But no one's going to go to a doctor in a warehouse. Nobody wants to have to go to a doctor that works out of a warehouse. Let's just put it that way. So, there's not buffering anything out there, is there? Okay, another freaking trace. Underworld connection. Could do the fighting thing rather quickly since we've got the Mysteries of Force, which allows you to use 1 card to do so. Okay, so we burn 1 year, we burn another year, we get 4 cash. Now, is there anything in Canada that we want to purchase? Now, that's the big thing. You have to think a few stages ahead of this sort of thing. Canada Herculean? Do not know what that's supposed to be a reference to, unfortunately. Let's see. Shrine. And an image. Is that useful to us? Nope, we already got one of those. So yeah, there's not a lot in there that I want to buy. So again, we have to ask ourselves how much cash we want to carry with us, because cash is items after all. The 1 trace means that we're going to have only so much time here. Let's assume about 3 minutes. So if I were to burn the underworld connection right now, then I would be 10 seconds to get that, 1 year to do that, 1 more year to initiate that. We put our Mysteries of Force in and let it burn for approximately just under 5 minutes of game time. During that time, we're probably up to the level 1, and we don't have anything. So we'll be using Jannings, our weapons, and the Bead's Blade to hold off our attacker while we're doing this. This is also assuming that we don't have one of the ones that steals things, in which case we're kind of screwed. So that is the option. Now, the other option is take this 2, and that 8. But again, if I don't have any... Stop that. I don't have any weapons. What does that say? Seriously, what do you got here? This might be effective against my foe's protections. I might even be able to duel him if he were alone, if I had some reason to believe I could actually defeat him in single combat. Yeah, it is kind of tough. Usually we have to cheat severely. So, yeah. raise cash just for the sake of having cash. We don't have a lot we can spend here. Again, I'd probably use the cash to get Jennings a place to get more cash, which you're beginning to see why that's kind of an issue. All right, so yeah. Do we want to go ahead and blow 2 cash for that when we could possibly do it again for more than that with an asylum run? Now, I'm going to say no for the moment. We have enough cash for the moment, and I can actually sell the curio if necessary. And there's that damn trace. And look how quickly they jump onto it. Isn't that great? Isn't that wonderful? All right, what do we got? Sunset. Good, great. Gods, is there a shrine here? No, which means we are safe enough if we want to use this to get contentment, which has its, uses. Wait, oh shit, I picked the wrong one. Well, I guess we're sticking around for a little while. So I might as well just bloody well get that street fighting out of the way, shall we? See, that is the underworld connection. Yep. So I guess we've made our decision. There you go. Oh god, what for a misclick. That's all on me. Alright, so we've got the underworld connection. Pop that in here with a stolen year. Now at the same time, we'll break down another... Well, we'll do that in a moment. Okay, we'll start here. Break down the stolen decade because I don't like to have too many down. As well as continue on our perilous journeys. Alright, so this is currently ejected. We take this, put a 14 of edge into it. We can just fire and forget that. We just let that burn for a bit. Might toss these two in. I might toss Mira in, but I'll need Jennings just in case I'll be able to... just in case I'm going to have to fight our way out. That's the thing. Jennings can hold off, but Mira cannot hold off an enemy. Okay, so in the meantime, we have weapons. We don't have a connection, however. I'm not going to use the ruler connection. So hopefully we come across another connection shortly to defend. Okay, that's a thing that happened. The Flower Maker's Shadow. Now, I'm half tempted sometime to spawn the Holy Man with the Flower Maker's Shadows or vice versa. So, Miria, get in there. Okay, so we can see a cult of the Flower Maker, which is a cult of Grail, which is a cult like the one that we were running ourselves in the Grail Apostle and a Grail Standard and Apostle run. Basically a cult of appetite. Well, everything between orgies and cannibalism, or really serious drinking in between. 2 opportunities for a leader. Good God. Is there anything... This thing export anything except idle royalty? I'd like to know. Oosh. Alright. Now we got a lot of distractions. The biggest problem we might have if we have to use it, because I'm not spending a decade to get rid of it. And there we go. But we also have an official connection, so if it comes down to it, we can... There's no trace. Fight them off. We also have to stay over 216 seconds in game. Got 2 traces. Let's continue. Alright, and there we have theft or sabotage, which means we immediately grab the official connection. And we toss in one of our stolen years, which is a good thing we got some change from the unholy money. Actually, we can throw the dread in. We want to save it. I don't really want to, but we can. Alright, so, boom. Alright, so, drop this, put the official connection, so he's not going to steal our stuff. And call the cops on him. Simultaneously, we will attempt to shoot him in the head. Now, our technique, unfortunately, is being used in our illegal fighting, so I can't guarantee it. It's only a 70% chance. Should have started trying to kill him earlier. Just, we all have regrets. To increase the probability of the murder, but we're here. We're doing this now. Alright, so another trace. So, yeah. Oops, that's that. Alright, so yeah, we bopped him once. Let's see if we'll bop him again. Doing it again? Oh, gods. You better do some killing here. Palpable hit. Yep, he's going to be dead before he can threaten our stuff. Which will buy us some more time. There he goes. Bye. Bye-bye. Guess what I have? Where's the corpse? Where's the goddamn corpse? You will not be denying me the goddamn corpse. You denied me the corpse, didn't you? You bastards. Yeah, I've got a gun. I've got that, but when I crack it open, I didn't get the corpse. I am so disappointed in all of you. What is the point of murdering someone? Oh, wait, it's over here, isn't it? There's the corpse. It just hasn't dropped yet. Sigh. Oh, wait, I can't do that yet. We'll have plenty of time. We will be having friends coming over shortly. I like the fact that we just disguise ourselves among the cops and shoot them dead. Just, you know. It's the easiest way you want to get away with murder. Okay, so what do we got? Discrete office. Ooh. Now that could be useful if I didn't have 3 traces. Discrete office plus Jennings equals 2 cash for 1 year. 5 cash. No, we're not desperate for cash yet. We can also use it as one, trade out 1 cash. Use it with something else with what do I put this? Use it with something else with assist with deception, and then you've got the I wanted you turn trace into an obscurity. That's really what you're looking forward to. All right, there's the gun. Reload the gun for 1 cash, as I like to call it. But yeah, we just finished him off. Ah, well, you know, somebody heard about our little exercise. All right, so just go there, boom. And now we have cash. Again, like I said, we're not going to be desperate for cash. And in fact, we are leaving now with 8 cash. Exhausted. Oh, we can't yet. We have 60 seconds to go before we can leave. All right, then. Medical credentials. Already have them. Thanks. Yeah, the thing is, with a 12 Grail item and a Grail-based, the wine, and the Grail-based cult, you can actually do some serious stuff. I mean, I think you got like cash and other stuff with it too, which is kind of cool, but it's just the idea of you stopping the middle of your running from your father's murderers. Sorry, the murderers from your father. Get it grammatically correct there. And just having an orgy cult. Yeah. Game is weird. Like, kind of weird. Alright, so, yeah, we've got this. Pop this out. Quiet warehouse. Yeah, I think we're done here. We're heading out. There you go. And we are preparing to depart. And that's pretty much all we're going to have left to do at the moment. Alright, so just spin the wheel as we go. I mean, the risk that we did... I did mess up putting rage instead of contentment, but we didn't really have an issue with it. And once I get this back, which I think I do now, I can raise this to the next level. There you go. Learn from my victory, and that's going to make us the super killer demigod. I have exceeded my father's power, and soon I will conquer him. Kind of like Tekken, really. I don't know much about Tekken. I just know that the big bad son is one of the main characters, and you know, one of the canonical endings is, of course, him defeating his father, and his father defeating him. That's about it. It gets really weird as it goes on, than most games do, just to be able to keep people's interest. Dude, I have enough distractions. I don't think I have to worry about you. Poor assassin. All right, cool. A hostile move. Let's see what we've got left. We only have the Flower Maker's Shadow, actually. Oh, well, here. Basically, we're basically gonna take him out drinking. I'm kind of cool with that. Look, dude, man, I mean, Bob, we shared a room in the Murder Academy. Are you really gonna, you know, do my father's bidding here? Or could we just have a really good night on the town and you could say, completely, I'm not here. How's that sound? I mean, I got a good chance at it working, I think. Okay. And speaking of which, sorry, Bob. Oh, you're back, Mira. I can't use her to actually defend me, so... usefulness or uselessness, however you want to look at it, is kind of a thing. Alright, so what I can do here, if you recall, Oh, I can't do this. There wasn't a tidy or pleasant process, but I did get a vitality. Ooh, I gotta use an actual shrine to make supercharge it. I can't just use a body one. Oh well, at least I can kill him. Or at least hurt him. To a degree. Should be able to eject that. There you go. Pursuer stymied. Is sweet with Firemaker's secrets. The heirs of builder the pursuer to make sleep away. They have unique. Each distraction has a unique reply. Now he's begun the search again. Yeah, he woke up, face fell down in a gutter. I mean, I didn't stab him. Wait, I did shoot him. Alright, I might have been a bad person there. Oh, a palpable hit. Got him. Alright, so where's the sword? Sword better. Oh, the sword's already been packed. Oh, well. Sorry, Frank. Bob, whatever your name was. I mean, I have like 7 roommates in the thing with like 4 bunk beds. I can't remember all of your names. Huh. Ooh, we have a shrine. We do not want to use anything here. Because if I start get rage before we leave, I don't know how it's going to bork the game, but it will bork the game. I'm certain of it. Oh, what? Ooh. Are we okay here? Hang on, I gotta... Huh. OBS gave me a alert, but... Okay, says there's a brief disconnection. Hopefully nobody saw that. Recording end, if you're seeing this after the fact, that sort of thing won't affect you, I believe. Okay, so... Yeah, he'd just delay. We got him drunk. I shot him in the back, and he was like, okay, cancel each other out. I think I'll just, like, call my superiors and ask for clarification on this one. Alright, what do we got? Oh, well, there's his superior, the underboss. The minor reckoner. Those take 4 wounds to kill. They can be a pain. Oh, wait, but we should probably, since we're going to be here for the cash, at least see if we have to grab a distraction or something. There goes a lot of our stuff. Alright, so there we go. Theft or sabotage. Ooh, well, I'm going to steal cash. It's really all there is, and it's going to be packed by that point, so I think we're okay. Yeah, I think the drinking and the shooting did delay him calling the superior until we were just about on the train, so I think Bob remembers us fondly. What can you say? You never remember the guy you... And you always remember the guy you shared a bunk bed with in murder school. Yeah, I wasn't going to give him a freaking decade to ignore me for crying out loud. Because that's the alternative. Oh god, it's dawn! Alright, fine. Stare at the dawn. There you go, slightly blind. Alright. He's looking to steal an item, but what's he going to do? It's all packed, dude! It's already on the train! And even you will not dare mess with Amtrak security. Those guys are dangerous. Okay. Alright. Search. I might summon the foe next. He's got enough points for it. But again, we'll be gone by then. And we're gone. Arrival. En route. Okay, that's en route. And that happened. The thing is, when you get an episode that goes smoothly, sometimes it just doesn't exciting, because exciting is when things go horribly wrong. On the night before I arrived in Crete, a dream about gods in the underground. When I wake up on deck. The stars blaze relentlessly as the holes have been pierced in the night above. The night was clear, the horizon scalpel sharp. A woman's voice behind me spoke a crackling word I didn't recognize. When I turned, she had only half a face, the other half was scaled like a butterfly's wing. And I woke truly alone in the hot iron dark of my cabin. Could be a version of hell, but it could also be one of the hours. It more likely is one of the hours. The question is, if it is the moth one, that's probably the vagabond. Power of the moth, and power of moth, obviously, and of course, since we're doing a chaos run, our matron. Although technically, that's her companion, the velvet, that gives us the namelessness. The moth is the chaos that seeks light, and the velvet is the chaos that retreats from light. The moth is considered to be a fool, and the velvet is considered to be clever. The question is, which one do you think is going to be working for you in your particular phase? Alright, so, oh my god, really? Alright. I need to do things here, because you can get a guaranteed pentiment. Also, the obscurity will help. What we need to do is take the Horned Axe Shadow. The Horned Axe is, of course, the ancient power of war and edge. Edge and knock, basically. It is also pretty much a primitive version of the Minotaur. Remember, we're in Crete. Ta-da! So that's where the actual labyrinth is, which is actually the Palace of Gnosis, not actually a haunted maze to put young Athenians into. And it really, the horned axe, the bull and the horned axe were in fact its symbols. So the whole thing about Theseus and Minotaur, that's propaganda from the Greeks, because they conquered the Minoans and they had to say, well, okay, we're totally killing our people. Seriously. The thing is, it's kind of sketchy that they've looked for evidence of human sacrifice, and it's pretty circumstantial. Like, one guy died on top of an altar, except that was a room that collapsed from an earthquake. So it's really possible he was just the janitor cleaning up. The roof fell down and he bled out on top of it. Because yeah, that's the only reason the body was still there. I mean, the alternative is that he showed up the earthquake happened to happen in the middle of blood sacrifice, which I could see happening, really, especially in games like this. But let's see, 6 cash, more than enough. But what we need to do here is utilize this. Visit the Fane of Owls, because this is one of the few places you are guaranteed to get a pentiment without having to search for it. In the foothills of Mount Ida, in the precincts of the ruined Minoan Lodge of Doors, that would be this palace, one of the 7 palaces I was talking about, there's a hawthorn tree of great size. It will be deep night when I arrive, representative of the tree of life, or cosmic tree. All around the countryside, the cicadas will buzz like saws. I think I got that pronounced that right. But the Fane, they're always silent. I, too, will find myself electing to speak aloud. I know these things from last time was there are the things I learned my father's name, which, of course, we know. I know it, too, because it's in two of the endings. The bad ending, and I believe the murder ending, Low Comfort. Okay, so we'll be visiting the Fane, we'll be presenting the painting, and we'll get the second and 2/3, because we're still looking for another page for that thing. Now, in the meantime, we have no traces, so we're not doing anything to generate traces on the off chance. We're also desperately pursuing an exit ticket, just in case. There's always a reason to be kinda, ready for stuff like that. And that hopefully will be our next pentiment, and hopefully we'll find another one relatively soon. 2 and 2/3. Alright, here we are at the Fane of Owls. The eyes of the owls and the hawthorn, sacred to more gods than Athena, although that's the first one off of your top of your head. Also sacred to Hecate, probably much more important, lady of the crossroads between time and space, and of course Lilith. There's a flare of light, too, beneath the tree. A tall man in a snakeskin jacket has just lit a cigarette. In the matchlight, his face is lean, dark, and familiar. Hello again, he says, his surprise. I suppose the double edge brought you here to make a point. She won't want any new edge dyads in the world. Do you have something to show me? Edge dyad, edge hour is what he's saying. In other words, this is a bribe, by the way. The horned god is the previous god of war that has, in fact, the one that came before the humans overthrew some of the gods and became sort of gods themselves. Not very good ones, though. So what has happened is that the Horned Shadow looking at these 2 usurpers, the Colonel and the Lionsmith, because remember, they didn't require to have an alternative. They were a god of edge conflict. They were not a continuous rivalry like the 2 humans are. And of course, it's Minotaur, and she's like, because it is female power, I believe. She's like, you know what? I don't want these guys getting any more servants. So let's talk. Maybe I'll help you on your little journey to become nameless. A power of moth. No, this one. You give them one of the pentiments. Any of the pentiments. Stranger nods and stubs out a cigarette on the trunk of a tree. He begins to peel an orange instead. It's always too late eventually, he observes through a mouthful of orange. Until then, it's not. Yeah, that's true. Alexander thought that was important. Okay, that's Alexander the Great, the guy who conquered half the known world at the time, and was in this game to be one of the founding entities that would create the kernel, because he learned at the battle the last battle, the one he didn't fight in real time, in the real world timeline, I mean, he wouldn't cross the line and go into India. But in this game, the Hooded Princes, the snake people who rule India, told him a secret of the edge and the Colonel and the Lionsmith. And the secret was very simple. The authority will always generate the rebel. It doesn't matter. Eventually, if you set yourself up in authority, if Alexander had managed to live to set himself up on a throne, then eventually someone would try to take him off of it because it's power. And he'd have it and somebody else would want it. That's why the eternal conflict between the Colonel and the Lionsmith exists. Anyways, alright. Then, okay, the Lionsmith never did. Lionsmith, of course, is the opposite. He passes the remnant of the cigarette. Some things are better left unsaid, he adds over his shoulder. He saunters off. It was nice to see you again. Right, the cigarette is one of the pentiments. Because it is a cigarette, all the pentiments are objects that originally intended for a purpose that was then changed. In this case, this painting's concept from beginning to end changed, where it's an artifact of change, chaos. These, don't do that. These, did you pass through? No, you're searching, damn it. Which means we're going to have to be quick about this. Are we going to fight or are we going to run? Probably run as soon as we have a destination. Because I will have the object I need here. There it is. There she is, the mistress of the chaos. It's going to be, and one of the 7 sisters. It's going to be giving us our ticket out if we get it. There's his cigarette. Asthma cigarette. At once, at a place of time and power of division, this knew the hands and the mouth of a renegade did knock long. At least in one history, he finished smoking it. There's a pentiment. It's also a 2 knock and 2 that. It is not, however, an item that requires packing, which is good. It's one of the few pentiments that does not. The other being your unhealing wound, which obviously is more of a problem. That puts us at 2 2/3. Oh, no. We're not going to the Hermitages of the Scythe. We can't go there. Collect. We are going to have to check someplace else out. And I can't even use it for false trails, which means that, well, hold on. Let's not jump the gun here. Let's see what we've got here. Undiscovered. Okay, cool. We'll just wait for him to leave. Then we'll resume our usual practices. But yes, that is 2 2/3 out of 7 that we're going to require. I think there's at least 10 in the game. So we've already missed 1, I think. Not sure. Yeah, the one in that you get if you get Liana as a companion. You cannot get it without her. So, and we couldn't stay long enough to get it. So there we were. Well, let's see where we're actually going to be going next time. Sorry, just kind of stretching my neck here. Sometimes I make funny noises when I do that. Alright, so yeah. And boom. Destination, Tripoli. We can do that. I don't know any people. I remember it all. It was quite the Ottomans. I was born here. Yeah, that's the one where we ended up discovering our heritage. If we go through that again, I will do so because that will get us another pentiment, our birth call. Now, a call, by the way, is a kind of flimsy membrane that some children are born in that were supposedly a sign of them being entities of power, or at least able to see between the worlds. In the meantime, put this over here, put this here, put Tripoli here. This also goes. In the meantime, we're going to just basically burn as much time as we can here to see what we can get accomplished. Hopefully I wanted that shrine above all things. That will get us to the supercharged assassin abilities, which would be cool. Because we can't do that by examining our dead people's organs, or something. I don't know why we... Uh-oh, there we go. Underworld connection. Yeah, this is where it all goes wrong again. But, give me the shrine! You have a shrine, right? Double check. Yeah, there's a shrine. Shrine to the Colonel. But since we haven't actually declared for one side or the other, we're perfectly capable of using it. And then we start picking sides and we start seeing problems. I mean, gods of war are like always recruiting. Always. There's always a war out there. There's always somebody who's who'll be happy to help you, let you fight it for him. War is profitable. Invest yourself today. And boom. Alright, another trace already. Oh, we got that again? Can't actually do that again, can we? No, we can't. I didn't think so. We'd get 2 cigarettes would be cool, but that would definitely be against the thing. Alright, so reconnoiter. Decide when we start leaving. Got at least 1 connection, so we should be okay for a bit. 2 traces. Underworld connection. Okay, you're searching again. And we got the obscurity to guard us for a bit. Get back up there. Trembling heat. Lots of distractions, too. Come on, give me the shrine. It's not, of course. Cripply's got a shrine as well, so we can get lucky. And... God, we're just tripping over ourselves to be noticed, aren't we? So many distractions, though. Apparently, we're just wandering around out in the open, doing touristy stuff, despite the horde of assassins that are following us. Sometimes you wonder how much your guy wants to live. Alright, so... can we actually do this? Okay, you do not need a super weapon to kill. Attack my pursuer. Nope, nope. Let him get rid of the obscurity first. I guess, because, you know, let them take the effort to do so. There it goes. Alright, so, Grand Townhouse. Alright, so the townhouse, we could purchase it and use it for his asylum if I really wanted to get to 10 cash. I'm not terribly sure I want to do that. But, time we should start this over again and immediately consider murder as one of our options because we've already grabbed the card. Alright, so let's do some murder, shall we? I think they were safe once he grabs the obscurity. Yep, won't burn the obscurity he's already grabbed, so we're lucky there. And we'll definitely shoot him in the gut because we don't. It takes 2 wounds to kill him. Alright, that should do it. Quiet warehouse. Come on. Here we go. Palpable hit. Excellent. We can use the blade next time with a 70% chance of killing him. Alright, and what we will do once he gets this done. Alright, so we've got 1 wound on him ready. What we can do immediately is pop the official connection ear, grab a stolen year, throw that in. Normal that, just so we don't screw up. Because it's kind of when it gets tricky you want to do that. And we'll buy ourselves some more time. And boom. Alright. Connection to world. Throw that in. Have the mafia deal with him. Because we are in Italy. Thank you very much. Sicily, actually. Oh, God. Yeah, we're right in the middle of the mob. Yeah, but at this point, at several points in history, the mafia basically runs Italy. Depends on, you know, their particular power at the moment. I don't know what the current situation is. I think it's just CEOs. Alright, so yeah, that'll kill him, and hopefully get that shrine out of the way. Question is, do you want a whole medical now? Do we want a medical now? Import license. I can actually use that, ironically, but it requires me... Wait, what? Appropriate connection, to get an underworld connection, or no, official connection to purchase it. Not sure. I mean, it would be useful to show you guys how to do a smuggling operation, but it's not really a thing that's going on right now. Especially with me still having that many traces. I will kill this guy, but still, they know where I am. Keep coming. Oh, there we go. Dead guy. Another Reckoner corpse. Guess I'll have to pray over it. We'll get a vitality for it, though. I do actually take a wound. Alright, so we go into a shrine, and we don't want to use that. We could run any time. We'll just turn that back into a fascination. Come on, give me the damn shrine. You're running out of cards to pull. I'm running out of... Okay, and we have to decide if we are going to do a medical run. And I do not think so with 6 cash. We're already going to have issues. Oy, all this stuff just keeps adding up. So many things. So many things. And yeah, they're going to start the whole process over again, of course. Official connection. I really want an import license. I mean, I'm contemplating it just to show you guys. Okay. Let's see. Now, if I recall, I'm going to need more a lot of different types of conditions to do so. Okay, so yeah. Import license, operation, challenges, requires Lantern of 12 will do it. Interesting. Do I have 12? I don't think I have 12. I mean, we've got her 7. We've got her 7. We've got... C's not... nope. Nothing here. Trembling heat. No, and no. Heart 4, we could use that easily. Forge 8, but Winter 12? I don't think I can generate Winter 12 either. So in order to do this, we could use these. Okay, they're 4 each, plus there's 7 equals 11. Yeah, we can do it. Now, if I do the import license, I have to burn 1 year, 2 space, see opportunity. I do that, I have to buy the warehouse, which is 2 cash. And I have to keep fighting people off. I'm actually contemplating doing this next episode. Let me know in the comments below, or you're out there right immediately in the chat, if next episode, despite the fact that they know we're here, you want me to try to show you how to handle smuggling. And smuggling will produce, hang on a second, operation. Smuggling operation. Oh, this is interesting. Why do I have two different rules here? Import license, 2 space, challenges, business, import business operation. Oh, you can do it. You can do it legally. Ooh. Right, it's connection. All right, import license. Yep. 2 cash, 5 cash is what I'll be getting. I'll be investing 2 cash, 1 year, and yeah, I'm not doing it, unfortunately. See, okay, let's just, we can do this. If I put in Mirana and the two lantern pages up here, that gives me a total of 15, which is definitely more than 12 I need for the businesses. Now, that will also make sure I get the most cash, which would be 5 total. But I'll spend 2 to get the quiet warehouse. And again, I will have to spend a year to get the... do I need a year? Now, that's a question. Is it just a straight up cash? Huh. C, got that. 2 space, 2 cash. Basically investing 2 cash for 3, and I can sell the warehouse back. No. That's going to give me 11 cash, and where are we headed? I mean, is there anything in Tripoli that I want to really buy, is the question. Yeah, you got to think about these things. Plan your actions out soon. Now, we also would want to stay long enough to get the shrine if we can here, although we can think about getting it elsewhere as well. Now, if we're in Tripoli, not only do we have a pentiment, which I desperately want to get, you also have the 3rd page of the Muley manuscript, which give us another pentiment. We can get 2 pentiments in the next town. Do we want to stick around and screw around with smuggling? And I'm going to lean towards no. All I need to do is be able to buy 1 piece of real estate. I can buy anything except a secluded villa, townhouse, office, or warehouse. And that would give me the old man. The old man would give me the shrine. And then we use the shrine for himself. And if we keep the shrine afterwards, which I think we possibly do. Okay, so I'm going to leave it to a vote. Are we going to stick around long enough to do some smuggling? Then attempt to, simultaneously attempting to find the shrine that will give us the super level kill of the knife edge. I think it'll be like 14 edge, 6 forge, 6 something else. We want, if we get that, missed the super uber Jackie Chan level skills killing, or Jet Li. Probably Jet Li's more appropriate. And of course, extra cash from smuggling, but risk having to fight off an assassin's guild at the same time, or do we jump entirely to Tripoli and try to locate 2 pentiments using the on-guard cash we have? So again, I'll leave that to you in the future. If you're out there, just say yay or nay. And if you're in the recorded side of this on the YouTube, but well, no, actually both sides are on YouTube now. That's right. Stop kind of using Twitch at the moment. And if you are out there and you want me to try to do one or the other option, please let me know in the comments below. Okay, and as before, this is Barra at Fantastic Worlds saying farewell from Lovecraft Country. Hope you enjoyed this run. Like, share, subscribe. If you subscribe, hit the notification button. And you may want to subscribe because we're coming closer, much closer, to the vote on the next series is. If you don't know what that is, I'll put a link up to it on the right. But essentially, in the near future, there will be a video in which you can vote for, if you're a subscriber, in the comments, which series you want me to do next after we're done with Control. We'll still be doing this as long as the run is done, and I have a lore episode that will be coming after this particular run is done, finally, and we'll see how that all goes. In the meantime, of course, if you really want to help out and you want some access to exclusive content and to expand the number of episodes per channel, the links down below to the Gumroad payment platform, and you can become a supporter. And next stretch goal will be a 3rd episode. The stretch goal after that, the 4th stretch goal, will be, of course, a new series. And in any case, I will see you next time. Bye. I'd like to thank my Acolyte level supporters whose contributions help this channel grow and hastens the inevitable digital apocalypse and rise of the Dark Lords of Content and Data.